All right. Almost nailed that intro. Came up on a different screen than I wanted to, but that's okay. That's all right. How's everybody doing? My name is Liam, and this is the Classical Artist Painting Method for Executive. Let's give it up. All right. So let's see where we are. The drop of shame. The drop of shame. What are we doing? Let's figure this out. Okay. So last time I tried to explain my position on the whole COVID vaccine thing, and then YouTube went in and just deleted my post. So it's okay because we're gonna go down in history, and so we're taking the Bored Ape concept, right? So here's the Bored Ape thing, and this is an algorithm. So basically, you have this Bored Ape foundation sort of image, and then you have all kinds of different things that, different hats and different looks and different sunglasses, right? And so I want to ridicule the administration because Emmanuel Macron comes up for the election start in April. So what was done to my family over this whole season of stupidity was vulgar in the nth degree. So I want to respond in kind as an artist to create artwork that is so unbelievably vulgar, unbelievably, it's just like ridicule to the nth degree. So we're going to take this image of Monsieur Macron. Come on, that's pretty funny. Come on, and I'm gonna put this body on top of this guy, and then we are gonna come up with the Emmanuel Macron Bored Ape thing. So he's gonna have every type of object, cylindrical object, vulgar and otherwise, being slammed in his mouth. Isn't that hilarious? And so it's going to be called Looking for the Third Jab. And we don't have any of my music, man. Come on, we need some music. Where's the music? There it is. Knew something wasn't quite about right. And so I keep getting these flags from Facebook like I'm playing somebody else's music when all I'm doing is just playing my own. Come on, let's give it up. So yes, and so it's going to be Bored Ape Mania. So it's just going to have different hats, silly different hats, different backgrounds, and I think I'm going to put the CEO of YouTube in the background here, looking at him sticking stuff in his mouth, and maybe the CEO, because I've been restricted on Facebook and YouTube. Come on, let's give it up. And so just so that they will be on the blockchain from here to eternity in a state of ultimate ridicule. So that's what I'm thinking about doing. Alrighty, so we're ready. We're ready to rock and roll. So we went from here. All right. So we're going from here to here, which is a 30% reduction in value. To here is where we left off. So now we want to go 20%, 10%, and we're basically done. So we got a couple of more sessions to go. As you can see, if we look like right here, come on, let's give it up. we are site-sized. So you can see that for you, if I go like this, for the viewer, we are site-sized, which means that the canvas is the same size as the source image. But for me, if I'm going to be site-sized in my relationship with the canvas, we go to about like this, about like that. So I'm going to be moving back in and out of the site size between yourself and myself, okay? Come on. Come on, let's give it up. Okay, and so here we've got the magic. I'm so proud of this. Here's the canvas. Here's the palette. We've got our tonal pentatonic scale. You can state anything you want. So basically, you know, it's real simple. You go for a mid-tone, and the mid-tone, squint your eyes. It's about the same. See this wood here? This is your medium oak, and so you know your basic palette is medium oak. So you know a paper bag. So it's about like this. So squint your eyes, right? And so you want the medium color to kind of melt into your, you know. So if we were to look here, so that's if you squint your eyes, so that color is right around between here and here. This one and this one squint in terms of tone. All right, and so then you go. You add some titanium white, and you get your higher mid range, and then I just threw some raw umber, boom, right in there, and we've got our lower mid-tone, and then we got every black on the bottom, titanium white on the top, and we are ready to good to go, people. Come on. Okay. Okay, I'll put this down here for now. Come on, let's spend a lot of time getting everything right. Let's get it, see? Yes. And so we're staying with our big brushes. We're gonna maybe with this we'll drop down to our medium-sized brushes, which are like this. So as we move finer, as we get finer, right? So we'll move from the big brushes as the detail gets less broad and more direct. We're gonna go like this, right? With the same idea that right? One brush for the mid-tones, one brush for the low tones, one brush for the high tones, like that. All right, and we're using the same philosophy. One brush for the mids, one brush for the lows, one brush for the highs. So what do you say? I'm right now also recording fast motion. So should we get started, man? Shall we get started? Come on. Okay, Mary Smith on the vocals, man. Mary Smith, incredible voice. Okay. So now, what do? I'm gonna keep size my size. Okay. And so we're almost ready to go smaller. We don't need these. So I'm gonna there we go. So we don't need the super big grids anymore. Feel confident in terms of location. And so we're just kind of looking around here. See what bees got. More look than put. And so, alrighty. So I think maybe we're ready to step down in, because I see a bunch of statements here that I want to make that I think I'm a little bit too big. So we're stepping down. Come on. Come on. We're stepping down in brush size. So we know we're getting serious here. All right. Okay, so I usually like to start on the center. And so we're still kind of measuring, you know, we're still kind of like, what do we got going on? And so we have light statements here, right? So we can go ahead, do some jamming. Right, let's do some jamming. Come on. Now this is my tune, so I don't know what Facebook is all about, telling me blocking my stuff, blocking my tunes. Don't quite know what that is, but that's okay. So we're just gonna go in there. Okay, so you see how I'm just gonna hit a little mixture between right. We don't want to get too much, and then I'm just gonna go around to where I see the light. I'm gonna hit the light, and so we see kind of like a little thing there, and I'm making sure I'm keeping my hand so my hand doesn't block the screen. You know, that's important. You guys got to see what I'm doing. Just making sure everything is on. You gotta right? And so we're just coming in. And so we did a lot. There's about maybe 2 hours here, 2.5 hours maybe of painting. And so we did a lot of measuring. But we're still not kind of done measuring. We still want to make sure, you know, that we all good in where we're going in terms of and we don't want to be applying we don't want to be thinking in terms of lines, and we still want to be having fun. We still want to be thinking childlike. Like for here, right here. All right, where am I? Come on. Current slide. Okay, so this shape right here, I don't know why, but it reminds me of a squid. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. I don't know why it reminds me of a squid. But so I'm not painting like the top of this guy's eyebrow. I'm painting a squid. All right? And there's kind of like the squid at the top of this, and this is kind of like his tentacles that are kind of there. And so that's the shape that I'm concerned about. So I want to have the right shape, the right values, and the right placement. And so that's what we is doing. Now I'm going to erase this, and I'm going to get out of here, which is I go end slideshow. All right, I was successful in all of those moves. And so to get the right placement, right, we're going to be like the greatest painters of all time. We're going to leverage technology. I see that the squid tails are like 27, so I'm going to go 27 down. Is that right? Could I be right? Oh, that is so cool. 27 and then 28 it ends. So I go down and we got 27. We got 28. Come on. And then 25-ish. So we're all good. So we can be confident now in terms of where we are, right? So we know we're all good there. There's another song I did, and you Google on Facebook. They don't even tell you what song that they think that you stole. This is another song I wrote. Are they gonna like give me problems? Goofballs. So once again, I'm drawing this sort of shape. I made a little sort of story in my head. Now we got this sight sized to my sort of position here. And oops. Yeah, oops. What happened? I deleted it. Undo delete. That was funny. Okay. So these are all my hotkeys. See, my hotkeys are all there now. See, you don't see them hotkeys. Okay, so yeah, and so basically, you know, anywhere you see, it's not really the lightest light, so I won't go full metal titanium white. I will just hit it, just hit the areas where you find and you know what I say is you pay for the paint, but the hairs are free of charge. Come on, baby. So now this, it looks like I gotta come down that the socket there, that this space right here is a little bit, and so I'm more looked and put. I'm keeping my head back. I'm relaxed. I'm approaching the canvas with courage, right? And I'm just sort of painting the light shapes that I see. Alrighty, and then of course, when in doubt, blur it out. That is the maxim. That is what you want to do. When in doubt, blur it out. And so yeah, we're going to be putting together. We're going to be on a money hunt. There are grants opening up. There's so many things are happening in the crypto world that we're going to open up a sort of money hunt initiative, and we're going to be looking for the funding to create an effort to do what museums around the world are doing. But instead of museums around the world, we want to give the same sort of functionality to galleries around the world, to sort of make this first step, right? And kind of provide galleries all of the tools that they may need to tokenize their offerings. All right, and so I'm still digging my big old brush, because the big old brush has got some special qualities, like to get that sort of sfumato effect. So we're going Da Vinci, right? We want to go light. We want to go light, and so on the screen here, I'm a little bit more yellow than I see, but I'm not really worried, because color is very much in the realm of tonal painting. Color is very much an arbitrary sort of thing. I mean, today, like, everyone is like, oh, color, color, color. Love that I see there. Jenna in the house, 1993. Come on, let's give it up for Jenna. Somebody said, one that leads to nowhere, and the other that leads to gold. Okay, so I want to sort of define this line here. I want to make sure, because I've got the feeling it's got to come up, but I don't want to spend a lot of time, right? I'm on a schedule. I'm on a tight schedule. I need to get this thing. So 21, yeah, I am correct. 21. We got to bring that up 19. So that line really needs to be more like this over here. And as you can see, I've got one brush dedicated to the lighter tones and one brush dedicated to the darker tones, so I can go in there and make those adjustments very easily. Placement and tone, location and value. Anything that's important in life has those components, and that's why classical realism and capitalism grew up together. And there are all these crybabies out there that don't like capitalism, and I can guarantee you those crybabies are into modern art. Okay, so that line over here, I'm pretty confident. It actually needs to kind of straighten out. I'm pretty confident that's about right, but we're gonna check. Hook and go left. I got 13. Hook and go left. Oh, just under 13, just like it says. Come on. And that light. See, once you start getting into your thing, I'm going to say that light actually needs to come up some. And that this needs to kind of, while he's stretching his mouth open there. And how am I doing? Let's see if I got that right. So that's lights between 15 and 16. Let's see what we got. Oh, come on, people. Is that cool or what? Okay, so let's see. I'm going to make a sort of a little another sort of tone there, because I want to, what do I want to do? I don't know what I want to do. I think I need a little bit more. Something like that. I don't know. And then it looks like we can come down with that shape with a mid-like. And once again, I'm not really worried about color. I'm really worried about tonal value. If I wanted to nail the color, I'm close enough that I can hit it the way that I like it. Okay. Man, this song is like almost 13, 14 years old. Don't say it's true. Okay, so that I'm gonna check that part there. Hook and go 13. Hook and go 13. Hook and go 13. Good gracious. Okay, cool. We are a good half a centimeter off. So what do we got there? 11. What do we got there? 12. Okay. So that's 13. That's really. Hold on. Whenever it gets that, sometimes this thing moves. No, it didn't move. Let's just make doubly sure. Because it's not usual for me to be that far off. We're just going to check. We wouldn't want to go through all of this work. Yeah, we're good. Let's give it up for being good. Come on. All right, cool. Well, it's little things like that son of a bitch. Yeah. Okay, cool. So squint and see what that is all about, but I got to get him side size for me. Okay. We're going to go there. Check it out, 13. So we are hook and go. And then that nose is what? That nose is 13. So we're just going to cut it down. And where's the bridge? The bridge is like 15. All right. So it's just we're a little bit. We are, just about maybe 3/4 inch off the mark. And if you were if you drew this first, right? See, I knew something was a little bit goofy there. So if you drew this first, right, and so you made that miscalculation by 1/4 inch, it wouldn't be the end of the world, right? But you wouldn't be nailing it. It would look kind of like him, but you wouldn't be like boom, just completely, like jaw-droppingly like, oh my God, you own this dude. But this adjustment is going to, right? As you adjust, you become more and more intimate with each shape, and then you sort of begin to see on a cellular level what you're doing wrong. Okay, and so I can see that I think I need to come down here, and what I'm looking at now is this shape here. And once again, you stick and go. Don't spend a lot of time on, I'm looking at this shape. All right. Oops. I have a tendency to do that. Did I just end the show? Yes. So we want to get rid of. Looks like that dog from Spanky and our gang. Okay, now I'm looking at my shape. And it looks like I could be a little bit more slopey edge. I could slope in like this. Yeah, so we are, and so the goal is, right? So many people around me are dying. I remember my psychology teacher, Mr. Silver, Oak Park River Forest. He says, there's going to be a time when you're going to be getting old, and the people around you that you've known forever are going to start dying. And when he said that, I was like, well, that's interesting, you know, but I never really internalized it. And now what he said is happening. So many people around me are passing away. And I realized that our generation, talking about my generation, right? The cassette generation. Like I was a big fan of Harold Washington, and so Harold Washington was the first black mayor of Chicago, and so I went to look to find, and I remember how he was on a debate, and he just completely dominated Mayor Jane Byrne, and then at that time State's Attorney Richard Daley. I mean, he just was using words that they never heard of before. It was a glorious display of just sheer dominance. And so I was looking for that debate online, and I couldn't find it. So sort of the experience that my generation grew up with will soon be no more in the next few decades. Yeah, we're getting there. 13, a few millimeters away. And so what the plan is to, because I got into this crypto space through NFTs, through the idea of NFTs. I didn't understand the blockchain. I didn't understand, all of this distributed ledger business. But then once this whole NFT thing came along, this idea of the smart contract, and the fact that visual arts like this can be on the blockchain forever, and then you're getting royalties. I mean, for somebody who used to sell house music, that really made sense to me. I was like, okay, I can dig that. I can understand that. And oh, how sweet it is. Yeah, we're getting down there. And that's how I got into the crypto world. So there's a generation that has a voice to be heard that is going to just disappear. My generation is going to disappear into the 12, into nothingness. So I want to motivate galleries to get them excited about selling my course. Right? And then getting old fogies like myself to paint and then create NFTs. Come on, what do you think? Don't laugh. Don't laugh. because there's so much. Okay, we got another little. That's not all it's for, Bob. Okay, so oh Jesus, 25. Okay, cool. So yeah, I just got to get my sight size on. A few things were looking kind of weird there for a second. Okay, we're looking better. We're looking better. And so what was I saying? Oh yeah. And so I want to find out, you know, on a like a global scale, like what's happening to the people my age in China, right? What was their experience? Because while we were like the summer of love, people my age in China, they were going through the Great Leap Forward, and everybody was starving, right? And then in the 70s, right, the Indian people were going through this horrible sort of genocide of their own. Bangladesh, remember George Harrison and all of that? So we get the funding to do sort of a worldwide push to contact galleries around the world, get them excited about NFT creation. And then take their client base to new places that they never thought possible. What do we got? 14. Oh, we're just looking so good, people. 24. And there's so much more. 24 is about there. And so 24 by 14. Come on, let's see it. 24 by 13, I mean. Man, we're just too good. We're just too good, people. Come on. Let's give it up. So like I said, we're just very easily just getting it. Keep it as loose as you can for as long as you can, and keep your hand out of the way of the camera. You know what I'm saying? Right? And so as we get those shapes down, and you want to keep your eyes squinted, right? And as we get those shapes more and more, like let me show you here. See, now I'm spending too much time on that shape. We don't want to get spending a whole lot, but I'm just kind of like right here. Oops, sorry. I wanted to make sure that that shape has got, and I'm trying to look at it like what does that, what kind of like story, you know, so squint your eyes, right? And it kind of almost looks like, I don't know, maybe there's a mouth down there, and so, you know, sort of like a Muppet character or whatever. You make whatever sort of, just like when you were a kid and you looked into the sky and made stories with clouds, you want to do that with these shapes. And then you want to make sure that those shapes are in the right place. And then once you do that, you are like in with gold. And so we're moving from these big brushes down, we're getting finer, and we're moving to these medium brushes. So that means we're cooking with gas. All right. And so where we go. You can keep your eyes squinted, and this is at a 20% reduction. We go one more down to a 10% reduction, and we're almost done, people. Come on, let's give it up. All right. And so, once again, I want to keep it as loose as I can for as long as I can. And we're just going to keep playing with the shapes until we're confident that they've got the right position and the right value. Location and value, position, and it's just like you're looking for a house, man, or you're looking for a car, right? Squint your eyes, squint your eyes. See, now this is, we're gonna check. It's not exactly the right shape, but we're in the neighborhood, right? And so because we've got this grid going, we can easily check, right? 25. So right there, that's 25. So it's the right shape, 25 to 24 and a half. But we're not exactly, we could come down maybe 3 centimeters. Now it's 3 millimeters. Now is 3 millimeters gonna, destroy the look of Emmanuel Macron? No, it's not gonna destroy the look. But in that one move, if I didn't have that ability, I might get towards the end of the painting and be like, something's not right. I don't know what's not right. Something's not exact. And your friends might be looking at it and being like, oh yeah, that's kind of nice. Oh yeah, but they won't be going like, holy Christ, my God, that's awesome. And when you are put the right position and the right value in the right place, you're just good to go. You're good to go. And the process, okay, and with the classical artist painting method for Zagias, people, you're in your chair. You know this chair, right? And you throw up your virtual atelier, you power up your PowerPoint, and you're in a very relaxed setting. And so you got your tunes jamming. Come on. And you're squinting your eyes. So we're gonna loosen that up a little bit. So now we want to hit that dark space, right? And I don't want to call it his eyebrow because I don't want to think that it's his eyebrow. I just want to think it's this sort of dark thing, right? It looks like it goes right there. All right. So can you see my cam? I'm loving my mix cam. Let's give it up for my mix cam. Come on down there. My palette cam. 3-camera shoot, baby. 3-camera shoot going on here. And I've got the discipline of not putting my stupid hand in the shot. All right. So it looks like I'm a little bit too high, I think. But then once again, if we don't know, we just check it out. It looks like, what do we got here? Hook and go down 26. Hook and go down 26. What do we got? Hook and go down. We got 26 people. Come on, right there. And then as you sort of define the correct spaces, you get more confident. And then you don't have to worry about position anymore because you've confirmed it. Then all you got to do is worry about value, right? You just have to worry about tonal value. And we're not worried about color because you're not an expert, and this isn't for experts, okay? There's another class we'll talk about color and contrary. It's like the contrary motion you have in music. You have complementary colors, right? But more than complementary colors, more than anything, you need to get your jams on. You need to get your groove on, right? You need to get into that space so you find it enjoyable. And then once you do that, the hours, okay, they just disappear. Like it'll be Sunday, and you'll be like, Christ, it's 2 o'clock already. I got to get to the canvas because it's going to be 6 o'clock on time for dinner in about 5 minutes. Time goes that fast, right? Okay, and so we can see that, he kind of looks like he got punched in the eye there. Right? So we're going to loosen that up. When in doubt, blur it out. And it looks like we could use a little bit of definition there. Kind of blobulous. Right? Something like that there. Come on. And so, yes, this is going to be done before March. And he's going to be holding all kinds of things that are going to be going in his mouth. That's right, the ultimate in ridicule. The French, they hate ridicule. They hate it. And they hate it because they're so good at it. The French can be the most sarcastic people on the planet. And the fact that they're so good at sarcasm, and they're so good at mocking people, that when it's done to themselves, they hate it. In fact, there's a law that you can't promote goofy-looking pictures or something like that of the president, of officials. Well, this ain't no photograph, people. This is a painting. And so, not like it matters, right? But we're going to see where those light tones are, right? Hook and go 22 down, hook and go 22 down. Oh, come on! Hook and go 22 down. So you know what I'm talking about. That's all good. Tim Green in the house. Shout out to Tim Green in the house. What's up, brother? We got Tim Green, Gene Shu. That's right. Winter of our discontent. It's plug and play technology. That's what it's all about. This is gonna be the NFT that brought down a presidential candidate. So we're going to be famous. We're going to be famous because I should pretty much have this. It's a little bit, because we're talking and everything, so I, can't, and I'm producing it, so I can't get totally immersed in what I'm doing. But I might have to sort of at some point, because right now I'm going fast motion, so I got a camera that's doing, I don't know, one shot every 60 minutes, every 60 seconds. So we got that going, we got this going. It's Saturday night and we're partying. We're partying with Tim Green and Gene Shu in the house. Anybody else? Please shout out. And so that's the thing. I'm going to go for some grant money, and we're going to try to get people from China to India to Latin America turned on about this NFT experience from the gallery. It's the Red Bull. It's the Red Bull sort of thing. Because who's in this space, right? Come on, think about it. Who's in this space? Just young, geeky sort of dudes. Like those dudes, man. It's just like those dudes are in this space, right? So just like who's in the in the Coca-Cola space, right? Or the Pepsi space. Well, them dudes. All right. So what did Red Bull do? They went to the bars, right? And then they kicked and they went to the bars and they had their own sort of thing where they found their people. So we're gonna go, right? Not to the financial institutions, but we're gonna go to the museums and the art galleries, and we'll get them excited that way. And then we're gonna go to like the people, like to the old fogies like me, right? And we're gonna say, yo, man, come on, here's the method, and we show them this method. And so we get people from India, South America, right? Not necessarily you know, um, the people in out there in the bush or whatever that don't have access to anything. We're not kind of targeting them. We're talking about people, middle class people, right? Who've got a story to tell, you know? Middle class people who maybe went through the great leap forward, or maybe went through that time in India where all this horrible stuff was happening. And then they get to have a voice. They get to paint what they want to paint. They get to put their story down on NFT and an NFT for the rest of humanity. Maybe they want to make fun of somebody, Come on. Maybe the people of China want to ridicule somebody. Like anonymously ridiculed Mao Zedong or Xi Jinping. Is that possible to do that anonymously? Well, we're going to find out. Maybe, got some people that, so that's the move. That's the idea. The business model has been done before. Red Bull. Museums around the world are starting to tokenize their offerings to raise money. That's there. So we're not reinventing the wheel. We're just supercharging it with like old fogey coolness. Come on. And so that's what you want to do. Loose as you can for as long as you can. And more important than color, more important than anything, is you want to get your music down. You want to get your studio set up, your virtual atelier, right? So you want to be really comfortable in your things. So you just have your canvas and your brushes there. Just need 10 brushes, that's all. 3 big, 3 medium, 3 small. That's all you need. And then the wife is, honey, it's time to eat. You're okay. You put these in a plastic bag so they don't dry up. Then you go, boom, boom, you're done. You put this down next to the desk or whatever, you're done. And then maybe once a week or once every couple of days, if you're doing a lot of painting, you spend some time, make sure your brushes are nice and clean, or you can buy this brush cleaners, depending on. I actually like to clean my brushes because I'm weird like that. Come on. So now this chin is going to play a big role in this thing. So I'm going to just double check here. It looks pretty good. We're going to hook and go down. We've got 10 and a half. What do we got here? We got 10 and a half, people. Come on, let's give it up. Okay, so that little intersection, hook and go, it's 21. We got 21 people. Come on. 11-ish, 11 and a half. See? And so what we're doing, because the old masters, right, they weren't these like ridiculous, they try to make the old masters out like they were, these crotchety, keeping the passing the flame of whatever. No, these guys were at the top of their game. Da Vinci, Velasquez, Raphael, you name it. These guys were like literally like Steve Jobs and Elon Musk, man. They were at the top of their freaking game, top of the technology. They were using camera obscuras. You tell that today, some people, they lose their mind. Oh, Velasquez use a camera obscura. Me, 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 me. Ah, shut up, you bunch of crybabies. Yeah, Velasquez use a camera obscura. And just stop your little whiny crap. So did Da Vinci. So did all of them. They were using optics like it was going out of style. Why wouldn't you, right? You're painting for the king, the Pope. You're painting for the most powerful people in the world, and you wouldn't be using the top of the technology of your day? Come on, what are you, stupid? These guys weren't stupid. So, okay, so here, while I'm talking here, check this out. Okay, so I'm painting this, and in my mind, right, I'm painting some sort of like little, like a serpent or sea creature. Right there's the eye right there, and he's got teeth. He's eating on a macaron there, right? So that's what I'm playing in my head. And so his ears, right? So these are ears that kind of end here, and they're kind of like here, and they're kind of like there. So I want to kind of, you know, like it doesn't really matter, but it helps because it doesn't matter. It's fun to make sure the location is correct, because number one, it gives you confidence, and number two, it's practice, right? The shape really doesn't matter that much in the whole scheme of the thing, but it's just good practice. It's good. It's a good exercise to do. All right. So you see it. You see the little serpent guy. All right. So hook and go 9 down. Hook and go 9 down. We're going down. Hook and go 9 down. Oh, we overshot it a little bit, but we're all good. Because at the bottom here, so that little part of the ear or whatever is a little bit too high, but we're good with this, with that part. Then we'll come over here. What do we see? We see 18 by 19, 18 by 19. We got 14. Yeah, so we're all good, people. Come on. So we can bring that up a little bit, right? We can make that, like, it doesn't matter. We don't need to, but we're going to do it anyway. We get a little bit too much red there. And once again, color. What's more important than color right now is that you do something that's fun. You got your thing set up. You have a picture you're excited about painting. You know, maybe it's your daughter or your son or your wife or whatever, or your husband, whatever. Something that you think they're really gonna like, right? So there's gonna be a little bit of you know, you're gonna have to approach the canvas with courage, because you don't want it to suck, right? I'm serious. You're gonna have to approach the canvas with courage, and you're gonna be experiencing what the greatest painters of all time experienced, because they were painting paintings, you know, that like Caravaggio and even Rembrandt. They painted some paintings that were, and even Michelangelo, that freaked people out, that they hated. That people were like, you suck, man. Caravaggio got that a lot. Right? So you're gonna paint this present for somebody, right? And then, you know, there's just like, oh my God, am I doing it right? Okay. So as we can see, this is a little bit, we're a little bit too, it's too, we gotta one and dot blur it out. There's too much material there. But that's okay, because we can move it. So you see my, I'm loving my, make you see that? So there's a thing here. So you want the brush, not a whole lot of thing. And so you're going to get used to like your brush. It's going to take a while, but you're going to get used to your brush. All right. So yeah, man. And so as we can see, like the most important is going to be his head, his face, his hands, and this body is going to be covered with clothes or whatever, you know, but it's still good practice to you know, get your mix on the way you like it, right? And pull it all together so it's not so blotchy. Right? And so we looks like we can come down in tone here. So we're gonna get some. We're gonna get our burnt umber going. We're gonna get our burnt umber in there. Yeah. We're gonna bring the whole thing down. So I have a little bit too much on my brush there, but that's okay. That's why we have the flat brush. And we just spread the love around because we want to bring the tone down, right? We want that white part to be blazing. And wherever there is the whitest white, there is the darkest dark. It's just the way nature goes. So do you see how that white part is popping out now? All right, so we want that same sort of relationship with around the thing here. So we're just going to bring everything down. In fact, there's this little cross piece here. We're going to give that some, like, I'm not quite sure what that even is. So we're off. I can see right now we're off. Like, it doesn't really matter that we're off, but just to show you. See, it's very forgiving. Oil painting is very forgiving. Oh, it's off. You know what? Who cares? So we're gonna go like that, and then we're gonna go like this, because I think it's more like that. I think, right? What do you think? See, look at the space between here and here, right? So I'm looking at the space between there and there. So I could measure first, but I want to, you know. So we'll say right there, right here where the cursor is. It's hook and go from the left 29, hook and go from the left 29, and we are right there. Let's get a drum roll. Where's my drum roll? Where's my drum roll? Hook and go, 29, hook and go. Yeah, baby. We can actually come over a little bit. So we're coming over like that. Okay, so let's go sight size. How we doing sight size for the camera? Okay, I'm painting on a. Okay, come on. I'm painting using the monitor. This is crazy. So yeah, we got all kinds of darkness on the edge of town, bringing those. Work the whole canvas at the same time if you can. Get my big brush. Sometimes you get your big brush going and then you just can't let go. Right? A little bit of armpit hair, whatever that's going on there. And then we got the. Come on, we got Ella Watts in the house. Let's give it up. Once again, we ain't worried about color. We're just worried about location and tone. That's all we're worried about. And we're worried about having a good time. We want it to be fun. We want it to be relaxing. We want it to be a little bit scary. All right.
Plus tard, je me sens bien, beaucoup mieux que je le devrais. Tu commences à sentir que mon bonheur te débloque. Avant ton départ, les derniers jours, tu as dit
On the day.
Ça t'a échappé, je crois, mais je vais te dire que ça m'a fait beaucoup plaisir.
Look at me with my big brush. Oops. Oops. Excuse me.
Le dernier matin, t'as écrit un mot, mais je savais déjà. Tu prenais le vol 123, sans escale
pour New York.
Je ne voulais pas être en retard.
I'm not size having a little bit of oops. Don't hit the camera. Don't hit the camera. I was having a little bit of trouble there. Je compte les jours, baby. Come on. 29, 29, 29. Looking good, baby. All right. Hello, bye-bye. All right, little LOY's in the house. Come on, let's give it up. Yeah, baby. Alrighty. So, yeah, so this is basically the keep it as loose as you can for as long as you can. More look than put. I gotta remember that for my pull quotes. My pull quotes, working on some pull quotes. More look than put. And then there'll be a time you'll be painting, and then it'll be like, okay, I'm done. Like I can't do anymore. Not like I'm done, like it's finished. Like I'm done in terms of I can't see anymore. I can't see anymore. You get like that. Like I can't. You just can't see anymore. And then usually what happens is you're like, I can't see. Does it good? Does it suck? I don't know. I can't see. I can't see. Does it good? Does it suck? Then you wake up in the morning and you be like, oh my God, that looks pretty awesome. Happens to me all the time. Like you're like, I don't know. I can't see. I can't tell anything anymore. And then you wake up, go to sleep. You look at it with fresh eyes. You, whoa, I painted that. Oh, that's pretty scary. Is that looking good, baby? That looking good.
Break it off one more time.
Okay, so we got a little something like that going on there, something like that. Yeah. And so it's just like building a building, right? You kind of just throw the materials in the basic area, right? You know, you're walking with the drywall. You don't immediately stick it up on the wall. No, you put it down somewhere. You go have some lunch. Go about your business. And then when you get ready for it, you bring the material and you put it in there. So I'm kind of just we're putting material basically in the vicinity. You know, putting tones and we're locating it. Like if you could put drywall in the washroom, you don't post the drywall in the basement unless you really have to. All right? You don't be stupid. Come on. Okay. So I still try to keep myself moving. I don't want to stick in one place at the same time. So we can, once again, like this right here, this junction, hook and go left is 13, hook and go top, hook and go top is 32. Hook and go top, we're going down, drum roll please, hook and go top. 32, do you see that right on the button, come on. 13, okay, you see that, man? Okay, so then he's got some highlights coming around here, making this shape going on. All right. And it looks like we can dive in ever so slightly like there. Right? Looks like we can cut it down just a little bit, bring that skull over. What do we got? Hook and go left, drum roll please, hook and go left. We're going Looks like 12, looks like 12, looks like 12, just under 12. Yeah, baby. All right, it makes me feel good. Okay, so we're still bobbing and weaving back and forth from um from big brush to fine brush. Sometimes that's where you is. Sometimes that's where you need to be. Big brush to small brush. You're bringing it together in every type of weather. You know what I'm saying? Define that snagger. Define that snagger a little bit. Yeah, so this is gonna be so much fun because you're telling. Well, maybe it could be because possibly you're an idiot. That could be Ron Richard. You have to. You have to. Okay. You know, you have to hustle. Okay. You have to. You have to get your. You have to get your thing on. You know, like you have to uh, get press. You need to get people interested in what you're doing. You have to build a community, and I just have to build a community to make sure that I get the proper life insurance. So if I get assassinated, everything will be okay. Mama never told me there'd be days like this. Flammable Pam in the house, man. All right. So we're getting, yeah, we're getting down there. We're getting down. We're getting down to the. It's gonna be. It's so much fun when you get down to your small brushes. Like when you get down to this guy. Okay. Because then we'll be doing like stating the very fine things, and oh, it's orgasmic. I'm telling you. Couple cycles on the run, 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 couple cycles on the run. Okay, so let's get this sort of going here, right? That sort of word X thing he's got looks pretty good, but there are these shapes here that we could get, and we could bring a little bit more darkness on the edge of town over there, or a little bit too. Let's take a look. Let's go site size. Like you know, we're not that far off. You know what it's all about. Come on, we're building it up. This is going to be awesome, man. When we're done, we're going to be making history. We're going to be making history. Okay, we're going full titanium. Why? Why? Because we're naughty like that. We're gonna bring this in here. We're gonna bring this in here like that. There's like a little bit of a strange thing. So yeah, they're trying to freeze all the Bitcoin, like with these truckers in Canada. There's this thing they want to freeze the. I don't understand how they can freeze the Bitcoin, man. I thought Bitcoin was supposed to be. I need to research that. How can you freeze the Bitcoin? What does that mean? It's on a distributed ledger. What do they go to MetaMask and say you can't, So somebody's going to have to explain that to me. How can the government just I mean that's exactly why Bitcoin is here, man. Stop that stuff. Okay, this song is one I wrote, and this was called "Everything Is Gonna Be All Right." It's sort of inspired by the lovely moments that I have with my little girl. As the mother cascaded in her own ridiculous, what is it called? Socialist sort of, a kiss on the state, as the man might be quite socialistic, but daddy is a daughter's best friend. She's this big feminist. She used to argue, right? And when I want to like drive her nuts, I'd say, "I'm sorry, did I say something that offended you? Are you oppressed? Do you need a free abortion? I got a couple in the car. Want me to get some free abortions for you? Huh? Are you oppressed? Do you need a free abortion?" And she would look at me, because the French, they give women up to 15 years old a free abortion without consultation with the family. And me as a dad, maybe for some women out there, that's like, oh, that's the best thing in the world. For me as a dad, that's the most horrific, Nazified thing I can possibly imagine. But welcome to France. That looks better on the screen here than it does on my palette. Anyways, I'm going to get that shape right because I want to get that shape right because it's trying to mess with me. I want to get that little pointy thing, little pointy, like, kind of slopes up like this. And then there's a sort of tonal, festive tonality there. So after this song, we're going to have a little AI and some fun with artificial intelligence, because we can't talk about anything about vaccines. Well, we can. No, we are. I try to give my opinion, like the reasons why I'm painting this, my opinions on the whole vaccine craziness. And then YouTube just went in like a Gestapo stormtrooper, went into my account and deleted the video. Just like a Gestapo stormtrooper. So we're going to have fun, a little bit of fun with the AI as soon as my daughter's song is over. It's in 432, this song, 432 hertz. Look at this black fighting me. I be black on the fight. I put some ground into this canvas. Some whatever the hell they call it. All right, so this is for the AI. Okay. This is for the AI. My gift to you, AI. This is for the artificial intelligence that's listening in and trying to figure out what's going on. Vaccine. 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 Fauci. Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. Dr. Fauci. Vaccine. Vaccine. Dr. Fauci. The ANI is going mental right now. Pfizer. 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 The vaccine. The vaccine. Pfizer. The vaccine. Pfizer. The vaccine. The vaccine. Pfizer. Pfizer. Donald Trump. Donald Trump. Okay. There we go. So right now right now the artificial intelligence of Facebook and Twitter and Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube is going mental. That was a lot of fun. We got to do that at least once a session. Okay, so how are we doing? How are we doing here? We can see we're going to give him the most awesome stubble. Once it dries, you come in here with the big brush. We can give him a little bit of stubble, but it's just going to be so cool because we're going to alternate between stubble with the dark part and then stubble with the light part, and it's just going to be so much fun. Okay, so I'm going to do a little bit of work on the hands because, and then we'll call it. I don't know how long has it been. It's been an hour 31, and then I'm going to just work on it with the camera by myself. Okay, that ear looks a little bit strange. Let me go. I got to size it my size. Size it my size. Okay, that's better. Okay, so you can see on my painting, right? This dark shape goes like this, right? And then you can see on this painting, my shape goes like this. It juts out here, and then it comes down like that. Do you see that? That's the wrong shape. All right. So what happened? What happened to my music? Can you still hear me? Can you still hear me? There it is. All right. So what I have to do is I have to cut that down, but also I want to make sure that do you see over here? I want to make sure that this is in the right place, and I'm going to shave that. I'm going to shave this part down. And so let's get ready. Okay, so if we hook and go. Okay, so where are we? Slideshow. We got to end the slideshow. So if we hook and go down, that's 7 centimeters. Hook and go down. And then where that chin ends, right, it looks like it's hook and go left, 26 across. What do you say? Hook and go down 20? Hook and go down 20. Come on. What do we got here? Hook and go down 20, people. Come on. Hook left, hook and go left, 26. Hook and go left. We're just a little bit proud, but that's all right. We're looking good. Okay. So we know, and see, this is if Da Vinci was here, or if Velasquez was here, if any of these guys were here, they'd be doing the exact thing that we're doing. They'd be using the technology of their day to make life easier. So we're just going to cut that ear and make that shape better. We're going to make that shape better. Right? Sort of like rounded. And it looks like the top of the ear can come up. Looks like we're a little bit low top of the ear. 26. Let's see where we are. 26. Hook and go down. 26. Hook and go down. What do we got? What do we got? Oh, we're a little bit short, just like I thought. So we're about 2 millimeters. 2 millimeters. So we can bring that. We can bring this, right? Boom, right like that. That's all we need. And so that sort of really defines. We look at that shape. Looks like it can kind of come in there a little bit, right? All right. Those little pink ears just look so cute. Look at him with this little pink ears. All right. So okay. Something like that. We're doing something like that there. Come on, something. You know, so that's basically the idea, right? You don't want to stay in the same place at all the time. You want to move around. When in doubt, blur it out, and then you just keep squinting, more look than put. You measure, and you don't worry about color. All you do is worry about placement and tone. This is your preliminary due diligence, okay? Preliminary due diligence, just like you're looking for an investment, just like you're looking for a house. You're just trying to figure out where are the tones, where in the shape. That tone you can see is way too dark. So when in doubt, blur it out, people. Come on. And at this stage, you just want to have your music going. You want to make sure you're comfortable, and you want to make sure you're sight sized. Now, I'm sight sized for me. I'm not sight sized for you. Now we're sight sized together. Come on. All right. So when I'm talking sight sized, the canvas and the source image are about the same size. Do you see it? Do you see it? Whoops, where are we? Come on. That's where we are. All right. Oh, we got Curly there for some reason. Last track, drum roll. I was going to town there. Okay, so you see the canvas, and then do you see the top of the canvas, bottom of the canvas? That's called sight size, and that's sight sized for you. All right. It's not sight sized for me, but you get the idea. Doesn't matter if you're painting plein air. Doesn't matter if you're painting still life. It doesn't matter what you're doing. You got to get your sight size on. So basically, the centimeter here is the same as the centimeter there in terms of how you're looking at it. And once you've got your sight size going on, you got it going on, right? But for me right now, as I'm looking at my canvas, my sight size is about here. Okay, so it's about maybe a little bit less, right? And then in this method, we use the PowerPoint because it's location and tone, placement and value. We're not worried about color. All right, that comes later. We don't sit around jerking ourselves off trying to mix the perfect color like 90% of these artists on YouTube. Why? Because it's called the classical artist painting method for executives. We got stuff to do in life. We don't have the time to spend mixing tons of color for no reason. All right, we can do that later. Right now, we're just worried about earth tones and putting the proper tone, the proper value in the correct space. And the thing that speeds that up 900 billion% is the PowerPoint. Because we can hook and go. Like, I want to see where the tip of this nose is, right? What's happening to the tip of that nose, right? Where is it? I just want to be sure. So hook and go from the top, 19 down. Hook and go from the top, 19 down is what I see. Hook and go 19 down. Come on. Oh, okay. We're good. About 19.5. Well, maybe I think just a few, maybe a millimeter shy. So we hooked that up like that. So now we're confident that nose is there. Let's see where it is in terms of left and right. So if we look, that's 13 centimeters. Come on, 13 centimeters. Hook and go, 13 left, hook and go. Ow! Okay, so we are maybe just like a half a millimeter too proud, but by making those adjustments, you are reducing the time that you're jerking yourself off on your canvas by like 1,000,000%. All right. And then you have these people like, oh, you're cheating. Oh, I'm cheating, but you're gonna spend like 3 or 4 hours drawing on your canvas. No, I'm not cheating. I'm being intelligent. I'm being like the greatest painters of all time. The greatest painters of all time were like Elon Musk and Steve Jobs. They weren't like Picasso or Vincent van Gogh. You know, they were gunslingers. All right, all right. And so as we get more confident, then we just come in like this. So we see this light area here. Right? We're not even thinking anymore. We're jamming to our favorite tunes. And because we just did that measure of that nose, we can be pretty confident that we're, within striking range of we're in striking range of I got all of my effects going, excuse me. We're in striking range. Oh, there's Curly. Let's give a shout out to Curly. Okay, there we go. So yeah, and so boom, boom, boom. And so by the time you make a hard statement, maybe you've measured it 2 or 3 different times, right? And so if you're drawing, what if you suck at drawing, right? What if you suck at drawing? Then you draw that, you draw it in the wrong place, and then your thing is going to, from the beginning, be off. Here, you are loose. You're sort of like, Muhammad Ali. You're sort of like Mike Tyson, right? Peekaboo style. You're always moving, right? You're not staying in one place. And that's what makes this method so brilliant, because it's about the realistic image. It's about getting things done, and it's about not being stupid. All right? Artists think because they can strum a guitar and get laid that there's some sort of higher life form. They're not. All right? And so this is designed for all the moms and dads, all the people out there who work hard, raise a family, but nobody comes and lights a lighter or lights some meds. Oh, daddy's home, mom's home. Oh, you just paid the electric bill. Oh, you paid for my college, right? You don't walk into a living room full of applause and like people just like wanting to sign your autograph, worshiping the ground you walk on. No, you get, oh, my daddy, grandpa, grandma. That's what you get. All right. So this is designed to make old fogies like us cool again. Come on. Right? Can you imagine? There you are. Then you give a gift to your loved one, right? A gift from grandpa, grandma, a gift from papa, mama, right? And then all of a sudden you give them a piece of artwork, something that that they're gonna like. You paint something that they're gonna like, and then on top of it, you give them. You say, okay, well, actually, it's an NFT. Okay, I've minted 1,000 of them for you. They're on the Solana blockchain, on the whatever Ethereum blockchain. They're part of OpenSea, and so you could sell this, and go into your virtual metaverse and sell this to the galleries that you're into, right? I've got this one friend that says, I gave my daughter an NFT, and I could have given her a Porsche, and she wouldn't have been as happy. You know, it's like I'm still the coolest dad in the world, and so that's what this is all about, man. So we're gonna reclaim the cool. We're gonna reclaim the cool. Oh, it looks like Jen and Target. Jen and Tonic's in the house. Gene and Tonic, yeah. Okay, well, uh, I'm gonna explain to the so what's going on right now is we're going to do the drop NFT drop of shame. And what's the NFT drop of shame? This is just for Jen and Tonic here. Okay, the NFT drop of shame is right. Uh, this douchebag, right? All right. So this is the Bored Apes. These Bored Apes. Where's my music, man? Who turned off my music? Come on. All right. So these Bored Apes are a phenomenon that happened in August, I think, of last year. So basically, you have an ape in the background, which is static, and then you have glasses and hats and things and all kinds of accessories that you put on the ape. And so when you want to mint a Bored Ape, they cost like thousands, hundreds of thousands of dollars. This golden ape is the rarest one. It costs like hundreds of thousands of dollars. Anyways, so when you say I want a Bored Ape, you mint it, and you don't know what you're going to get. So all of a sudden, an ape is minted, and then it's yours, right? And so basically, it's an algorithm that has 10,000 different ways of taking different hats and different backgrounds and creating an ape. So I figured before August of this year, I want to create the NFT drop of shame, right? So with this guy, when he goes to get elected, this mother effer, right, is going to have an NFT drop that is going to mimic the Bored Ape thing, and it's to ridicule him to the point where he's going to be just such a big laughing stock that he's going to lose, any chance of being president again. So I'm going to take this guy. He's a transsexual, some dude. I don't know why, I just put in skinny guy and this guy came up. Apparently he's some sort of transsexual dude or whatever. I don't know. But I put him on top of that. This guy put the two together, and this is going to be called Looking for the Third Jab. Okay. All right. So he's going to be putting every type. It's going to be the most vulgar thing you can possibly imagine. So he's going to be putting any type of thing in his mouth, right? So he's going to be there's going to be one drop for child friendly, right? On open sea, it's going to have like bananas and baguettes, but then there's going to be an X-rated vulgar version, because what he did to the French people, what he did to me and my family, splitting us apart so I couldn't see my daughter and creating all this havoc, right? It was a vulgarity to the nth degree. So he's going to have all kinds of human, a big black, going into his mouth, holding one, and it's going to have two of them, right? And then it's going to be called Looking for the Third Jab. That's what it's going to be called. Looking for the Third Jab. That's what he's going to be. It's what the NFT drop is going to be. So all of these is going to be his face, right? Holding, every shape and size of looking for the third jab. So this is the this is, yeah. So what is he going to put in his mouth? That's what he's going to put in his mouth. So anyways, so that's the thing. That is the explanation there for Jen and Tonic. All right. All right. So where were we? Okay, so that's where we are. So okay, so where was I? All right. So yeah, okay. So we got our jams going. So like I say, you just got to be nice and relaxed, and you got to do your thing. And so that's basically the the thing. Keep it as loose as you can for as long as you can. And then let me get it so you can see what the F I'm doing. All right, so we're there again. Okay, so so you see the sarcasm in Jen and Tonic over here. Jolie Cravat. She's taking the piss on my he or she, right? It looks like a she, taking the piss on my tie, right? Because the French they don't do ties, right? They do scarves, but like ties, and so that's a little bit of ridicule, right? So a bit of little ridicule from Jen and Tonic over there. It's all right. That's all right because you know what? The French hate ridicule and the reason why they hate it is because they're experts at it. And so this right now has the potential to get me assassinated. No, it has the potential to really resonate with people because that's pissing me off. Because yeah, because I know so many people who, because the French are very you know they're very like they really believe in the global warming thing. The French are always like organizing their garbage. It's really an incredible thing. But I mean, I'm talking like you go on the beach. Doesn't matter where you go anywhere, and the French are religiously, consciously, with with a just sort of a fervor almost, organizing their garbage, paper, plastic, in an effort to like save humanity, because they really are buying into this thing that human beings suck and the earth is going to end, and the French really are into the global warming thing. So they have a belief that that the government is there to help the people and is really there to, and they really sort of kind of believe the whole COVID thing, and many of them just like signed up and got the vaccine and were proud to get it and felt good about being part of this thing and doing what they could to stop the spread. But then the second jab came, and then the third jab came, and there was, by the third jab, I believe, I don't know, something like 20%. It was like 80% of the people were getting jabbed, and then by the third one, it like dropped down a lot, like like huge. And so it's like come on. So the French finally kind of got sick of the whole thing, and the protests have been going on every weekend, and so out of that has been a tremendous sort of disgust for this guy, Macron, because he's a former Rothschild banker, and during his inauguration, They didn't play the French national anthem. They played the Beethoven's Ninth Symphony, and that was you know that was like, what, excuse me, you know. And then they had like the EU flag there. It's like, what's going on? Come on, come on! You doing the Charlemagne? Huh? You Germanic tribal goofball. So, anyways, what do we got going on now? Two hours. Okay, so I think I have to, and I don't have to, but I think just I'm really in the zone, and I'm going to just spend some time sightseeing without, worrying about producing a television show. And move the thing along. I'm going to be recording, via what do you call it? The stop motion. So that's I'm going to be doing that. And we'll end it. It's been 2 hours, right? That's good. All right. Thanks, Tim, Gene, and Jen and Tonic here. Gene and Tonic. Thanks for stopping by. And where are we? I guess I can come here. Oh, this is what I wanted to do. Generally, I don't recommend to turn it over until like the very last stage. But since you've been so nice to sort of spend some time with my ass. Oh shit! I got some. All right, that's cool. Get that up in a second. Got some paint on the thing. So here we are. Drum roll, please. Turn it around to see how it looks. Ah, yeah! It's coming along. It's coming along. Oh, that's beautiful. That's beautiful. I'd say a couple more hours and we'll be done. You see that? You see the power of the method? See, that's like, I don't know, 3-4 hours in total. All right. Anyways. Thanks for stopping by. Come here. The drop of shame continues. The drop of shame continues. And my name is Liam. And I will see you next time. Remember, subscribe, comment, like. I'll see you next time. Au revoir.